Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the annual meeting of FAC Cooperative. Not the way we would like to be having this meeting, but we are going to get through this. And a year from now, hopefully, we're back to our other schedule. The meeting today will be fairly short. You're going to see a little bit on the financials, but not a whole lot. There's not a lot of reports. So I'm guessing it's going to be a 15, 20-minute meeting or less. What we would like to have is when this meeting is over at 2:15 or after, board members of FAC call back in on the second Zoom meeting that you've been sent for the regular board meeting. To proceed from now, I'm going to turn this over to the president of the board, Dale Lenz.
Good afternoon. I'm Dale Lenz, FAC Board President. On behalf of the FAC Board of Directors, welcome to our virtual annual meeting. Due to the virtual connection to the annual meeting, we have taken a member roll call and determined that we do have enough for a quorum. As Board President, I am proud to open Farmers Cooperative Elevator Company's 83rd annual meeting. At this time, I will turn it over to Mike Halbrick, FAC Board Secretary, to go over last year's minutes.
82nd annual meeting of the Farmers Cooperative Elevator Company was held on Tuesday, June 18, 2019, at the Arcadia American Legion Hall. MC Darrell and Kenny as welcome guests at 7:08 p.m. following the meal. He welcomed special guests from different cooperatives and companies. He then introduced each FAC board member and their spouse. He had past board members, all current and past employees stand up. Board President Dale Lenz called the meeting to order at 7:12 and welcomed the members. Board Secretary Mike Halbrick read the minutes from the 81st annual meeting. There were no corrections or additions to the minutes. A motion was made and seconded to approve the minutes. The motion carried. Vice President Glenn Eichmann then introduced the candidates up for election. Chris Hegrick was running unopposed in the first race. Dale Snyder was running unopposed in the second race. Dale Lenz and Kenny Dries were running in the third race. The FAC election committee was invited to count the ballots. Glenn Eichmann turned the meeting over to Ben Peterson of Meriwether, Wilson and Company, who gave the financial report for the company. The balance sheet, statement of operations, and allocations for the year were presented. General Manager Dave Lighting presented some financial tables which included dividend breakdown, equity, sales, net income, and net property, plant, and equipment. Glenn Eichmann then presented the election results. Chris Hegrick, Dale Snyder, Dale Lenz were elected to a 3-year term. The meeting was concluded and a motion was made to adjourn the meeting. It was seconded and carried. The meeting adjourned at 7:48 p.m.
Thanks, Mike. Are there any additions or corrections to be made at the minutes that they have been read? If not, I would now ask for a motion by a raise of hand to accept the minutes as read. Is there a second to the motion? Also raise your hand. Okay. We have the minutes from the annual meeting have been approved. We'll move into the business section of the meeting. Jesse Ashai will present a summary of the last year's financials.
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Okay. All right, good afternoon. I'll just run through a quick overview of FAC's financials. As you can see up here. Okay. As a financial show, FAC had a very successful year with $2.7 million in local income. This increase in local income from previous years can be attributed to each division having a positive year. The grain, feed, agronomy, and lumber divisions all increased their volumes this past year. The capital investments that were completed in feed and grain were also utilized, and that gave FAC efficiencies with this increased volume. So that showed that large increase in our local operations. Also, FAC received $3.3 million in regional income. Most of that was with AGP, and that contributed to the bottom line of our $6 million year. This record year in income is carried over to FAC's members through a large dividend. If you go down to the bottom there, Nate, this record year, the allocation with this record year includes a 10.5-cent corn and a 23.5-cent bean dividend, along with a 9% dividend for agronomy products. The lumber and petroleum recorded good dividends as well as the other divisions. So this financial summary that you're seeing here up on the screen will also be included with the dividend checks that are going to be mailed out tomorrow. Does anyone have any questions with anything on the financials or the dividend allocation that was issued?
Jesse, you will have a copy of this on the website.
Yes, we'll put a copy on the website as well. And like I said, though, there's a copy in all the dividends that are going out this year, just so that everyone has a summary of our financial statement.
Good.
Okay, if anybody has any questions, you just call in anytime. So now it's time for one of the most important parts of the annual meeting, the board election. We will elect 2 people to a 3-year term to the FAC Board of Directors. This year, Glenn Eichmann is running unopposed. Mike Halbrick is running against Joe Tompkins. Thank you all for your willingness to serve on the FAC Board of Directors. I would now like to ask the election committee to open and count the ballots. The election results will be posted on our FAC Cooperative website after the annual meeting, and they have been counted. Dave, you have anything else for?
No, I think that's pretty well it. We're going to have Dale adjourn this meeting, and then we will ask you to wait until after 2:15 to start the next Zoom meeting.
Okay. That marks the end of our 2020 annual meeting. Thank you for attending. To close the meeting, I request a motion from a member to adjourn by a raise of hand. Is there a second to that motion? All those in favor, please raise your hand. The 83rd annual meeting of the Farmers Cooperative Elevator Company is officially closed. Thank you.